we recognize the distinguished former Senate President, Senator Chiz Escudero, to make a manifestation, Mr. President.
The former Senate President, Senator Chiz Escudero, is hereby recognized for a manifestation.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Thank you, Mr. Senate President. Nais ko lamang po magbigay ng maikling manifestasyon. Nais ko pong magpasalamat sa mga kapwa ko miyembro ng Senado na nagbigay po ng tiwala sa akin sa 19th at saka 20th Congress. Nais ko din po magpasalamat sa mga opisyal at kawani ng Senado. Karangalan ko po na pagsilbihan kayo at manilbihan kasama kayo nitong nagdaang taon. I serve at the pleasure, Mr. President, of the majority and understand and respect the decision of the majority of my colleagues. I hold no grudges. I hold no ill feelings. I congratulate Senator Vicente Tito Sotto III on his election as Senate President, and I wish you well, Mr. Senate President. Nandito lamang po ako bilang ordinaryong miyembro para pagsilbihan at paglingkuran kayo sa anumang kapasidad na pwede at kaya ko bilang bahagi ng Senadong ito. During my tenure, Mr. President, the Senate did not shy away from confronting the difficult questions facing our nation. We passed a record number of laws that helped uplift the lives of our countrymen. We conducted hearings that unearthed corruption on a scale rarely seen before, and in doing so, we remind the public that accountability is not a mere empty rhetoric, but a duty that we must uphold. Maski na papano, sa ilalim po ng aking panunungkulan at sa pangunguna ni Congressman Rodante Marcoleta, may ilang bagay po tayong nakamit at nagawa. Nakapagsalita na ng BongBong kaninang umaga si Congressman Toby Shanko at nabanggit lahat ng nais niyang sabihing hindi nasabi sa kabilang kamera. Nasabi na rin po, Ginoong Pangulo, ang the name that cannot be mentioned, ang pangalan ni Speaker Martin Romualdez at Congressman Zaldico sa pamamagitan ng paghihiring kanina pong hapon. And as a final act earlier, Mr. President, I signed upon the request of Congressman Marcoleta the contempt order of Assistant District Engineer Bryce Hernandez, putting him under detention already here in the Senate. Mr. President, I am proud of what the Senate has accomplished together, and I trust that the spirit of transparency and courage that have been displayed by this chamber will be sustained. Sana po, mapagpatuloy natin to. Let justice and the rule of law be done and followed, though the heavens may fall. Thank you again, Mr. President, and please accept once again my warmest congratulations. Congratulations, Mr. Senate President.
Thank you very much, and we thank the distinguished former Senate President, Senator Chiz Escudero, for his magnanimity and the work that he is, the service that he has given the Senate and the Filipino people. Thank you, Mr. Senator. You have 1 minute suspension.
Yes, Mr. President.
Is there any objection? Senator Alan Peter Cayetano is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I was with former Senate President Escudero 60 minutes before we had to start the session. And then I intently listened to the prayer of our now Senate President Tito Sotto. And it warms my heart that the two gentlemen and us who support them individually and collectively as a Senate can truly say, and even Brother Robin, kasi po si Propetang Jeremiah ay propeta sa Hudyo, Muslim at Kristiyano, we can truly say the warmness in our heart na pag sinabing, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future, is true for all of us. I saw the hope, I saw the humility, I saw the passion in the prayer of Senate President Sotto, but I also saw the compassion, the sincerity, the humility of Senate President Escudero in stepping down. So now the heartbreak is that we as a Senate have to really surrender to God how we will find a solution for the massive corruption that is happening in our country at a time where the trust to our government institutions and leader may be at its lowest. Every time we think it is the worst time, something even worse comes. My hope is this. Usually, permanent ang politics, yung change temporary. I hope together we can find a way na maging permanent yung change or true transformation at temporary yung politics. It's funny, Mr. President, kasi the day before the day after the Senate President took office, yun yung massive rally ng ating mga kapatid for unity in the nation. So I can claim that nagsimula yung Senate presidency ni Senate President Escudero ng panahon ng isang Sara D or the Vice President Sara Duterte. This morning, we heard another Sara D, Sara Diskaya, and that ended naman his Senate President. So sarado na po ang term ni Senate President Escudero. Pero nagbubukas pa lang ang linaw, and I do not say na yung sinabi ni Sara Diskaya kanina is gospel truth. I know there's a lot of truth there. Marami pang truth ang lalabas. So I just want to in congratulating Senator Sotto, Senator Lacson, Senator Migs, all of our colleagues. I would like to manifest that I'll probably remain in the minority, but I look forward to working with you, whether we agree or disagree, because the country needs the Senate now more than ever. And my only regret naman or heartbreak is that Senator Villanueva and Senator Escudero was not able to fully vent the issues against them, precisely because every time they wanted to, they thought of the Senate. Having said that, they will have all the time and opportunity now, and the Senate always finds a way that even if its members disagree, we move forward as an institution that loves God and loves our country. So for the capacity, in my capacity, in different capacities of the committees I have held, I'd like to thank everyone for that opportunity also. Again, Senate President, welcome back and congratulations.
Joel Villanueva.
Is there any objection? Hearing none, Senator Joel Villanueva is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you to our majority leader. Very short manifestation, Mr. President. Indeed, it's a great honor and privilege. Karangalang napakalaki bilang isang anak ng isang Bulakenyo na makapaglingkod bilang inyong majority leader dito sa Senado. Karangalan po natin makapaglingkod under the leadership of then Senate President Mig Zubiri, then Senate President Chiz Escudero, na talagang nagtiwala din po sa atin. Muli, maraming salamat sa ating mga kasamahan dito sa Senado for all your trust and confidence to this representation. Lagi pong napakalaking karangalan yung mabigyan ng posisyon, lalo na sa liderato ng Senado, na paglingkuran ang ating Diyos at ang ating bayan, at lalong-lalo na po ang mahal na mahal nating institusyon. Kanina po kasama po ako with Your Honor, the presiding officer and Senate President and the Majority Leader doon sa meeting natin kanina for this very smooth transition. At isa lamang po yung ating napagkasunduan, lahat po tayo may isang common denominator. At yun ay protektahan at siguruhin na ang institusyon na pinakamamahal natin ay laging mas mataas yung ating pagtingin na paglilingkod. Kaya sabi po nung Romans 8:28, all things work together for good for those who love the Lord. At sinasalamin po yan ng mga kasamahan natin dito sa bulwagan ito. At nais kong magwakas by saying, Mr. President, that I am also now available to be part of the opposition, the minority, and that yung kagaya ng binanggit ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, na tayo po bilang mga lingkod bayan, nais nating makipagtulungan kahit kanino man, kung ito po ay sa direksyon na pagbibigay linaw, pagbibigay tamang direksyon sa ating mga institusyon, sa ating mga government agencies, higit sa lahat in promoting truth, justice, and righteousness. Sabi po dun sa Philippians 3:14, we continue to press on toward the goal to win the prize of what God has prepared for all of us. Kaya muli, congratulations sa ating Senate President Tito Sotto sa bagong liderato ng Senado. Kami po ay magiging kakatuwang ninyo sa paglilingkod sa ating Diyos at sa bayan. At gaya nung huling sinabi ko nung natapos po yung aking pagiging majority leader, sinabi ko po, the greater cause outweighs my personal interest. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay po kayo.